A wonderful day, great learners! Welcome to Englanders, where you can have fun while learning, right at the comfort of your home. Come and join me as we explore, discover, and conquer the world's challenges through English. My name is Irene Joy P. Igna, your teacher Franny, for today. Our topic for today's episode is examining author's biases. It is anchored to our most essential learning competency, which is examining biases for or against by the author. With the following learning objectives: identify whether the author is biased or not, determine indicators of the author's biases, and examine biases by the author. But before we delve deeper into our lesson, let's answer the following questions to assess your prior knowledge. Read each item and on your journal, write the letter that corresponds to the correct answer. We will check your answer before the end of this video lesson. You are given 10 seconds to answer each question. Number 1. It is prejudice in favor of or against one thing, person, or group compared with another, usually in a way considered to be unfair. What is it? A. Bias. B. Equality. C. Fact. D. Opinion. Number 2. Which of the following is a bias statement? A. Mrs. Reyes has taught at a school for more than 20 years. B. Mrs. Reyes is the best teacher in the entire school. C. Mrs. Reyes has 32 students in her class last year. D. Mrs. Reyes is 55 years old. Number 3. One of the following sentences is biased. Which is it? A. Palawan is the most amazing place in the Philippines. B. Tubataha Reef is in the middle of the Sulu Sea. C. Palawan is rich in flora and fauna. And D. Tubataha Reef is a marine sanctuary. Number 4. It is the use of a language that is often extreme. Statements have all or nothing connotations. What indicator of bias text is it? A. Emotional appeal. B. Exaggerated language. C. Overgeneralization. D. Unbalanced information. Number 5. Identify what indicator of bias is shown in the lines. We all believe that technology is the key to all problems. A. Emotional appeal. B. Exaggerated language. C. Overgeneralization. D. Unbalanced information. This time, let us explore, discover, and conquer the world's challenges. So heads up now, focus your mind, get your pen, and be ready to jot down in your English journal and have fun learning. Critical reading requires that a reader recognizes bias in writing. Without this recognition, the reader may become a victim of the writer's propaganda. Let us read this article. Vitamin A is an important nutrient. It is used to make rhodopsin, a pigment in our eyes. Thus, vitamin A is necessary for healthy vision. People can develop night blindness if they do not get enough of it. Carrots are an excellent source of vitamin A. Carrots should be a part of your daily diet. At first, this paragraph seems to be fair. The factual information presented seems to offer truth. However, if you learn that the article is written by a carrot farmer, you might have a second thought. You will realize the writer is biased by not mentioning that ingesting too much vitamin A can make people sick. The writer also fails to tell the reader that eggs and sweet potatoes are also good sources of vitamin A. Indeed, identifying bias can be tricky because it is not clearly stated. Bias can exist on a spectrum of political ideology, religious views, financial influence, misinformation, and more. You should know how sources should be evaluated for potential bias, from a tweeted link to a scholarly article. The following are the indicators of bias article. First indicator, exaggerated language. The language of the text is often extreme. The statements have all or nothing connotations, uses hyperbole or exaggerated statements or claims not to be taken literally. Examples are, she's going to die of embarrassment. You were the best sister in the whole wide world. I had to wait in the stations for 10 days, an eternity. Emotional appeal. It is when the argument appeals more to the emotions than to logic. This is the use of words that evoke positive or negative emotions and feelings in people without needing to include the facts. Words like love, family, and beautiful evoke positive emotions. Hate, prejudice, unfair, ugly, and inequality may evoke negative. Examples are, you are beautiful in and out. Achieve greatness with creamy silk shampoo. If you love yourself, you must not drink alcohol. The next indicator is overgeneralization. This is when things are worded with the intent to oversimplify or overgeneralize. Examples: everyone loves happy fried chicken. Filipinos are all beach lovers. Unbalanced information. Sometimes, the author wishes to present a limited view of the topic. Unbalanced information happens when the author focuses on one side of the story rather than presenting two sides. Keep in mind that even if the only one of the indicators is present, an article is considered biased. Alright, I know you can now identify whether an author is biased or not. You can now also determine the indicators of authors' biases. Now, let us do the following activities. Identify whether the text is biased or fair or factual. On your journal, draw a sad face if it is biased and draw a smiley if it is fair or factual. You are given 5 seconds to answer each question. Number 1. Vitamin E is the collective name for a group of fat-soluble compounds with distinctive antioxidant activities. This statement is fair or factual. It is scientific. Most of the time, books are better than movies. Books can let you imagine the settings or events happening in the story. They are also more detailed than movies because movies sometimes leave out some important details. This is biased as it is against movies. Puerto Princesa is a city located in the western province of Palawan and is the westernmost city in the Philippines. This statement is factual. There are so many benefits of having a dog. Of course, there's the obvious benefits like extra exercise and a best friend for life, but they can also improve your physical and mental health. They are definitely better companions than cats and other animals. This statement is biased because the comparison between the dogs and cats and other animals isn't balanced. Nagtabon Beach dazzles with its breathtaking sunsets, one of the best in the Philippines. At Nagtabon, you can see the sun is at its most romantic when it bids goodbye, transitioning the horizon from day to night as it paints the sky a million shades of yellow, orange, and crimson. The use of exaggerated language, such as most romantic and million shades, makes this statement biased. Good start! You're doing well! It's time to face another challenge by answering the next activity. Read the article and look for the indicators of prejudice or bias. Fill in the table with your answers. According to Wikipedia, a fast food restaurant, also known as a quick service restaurant within the industry, is a specific type of restaurant that serves fast food cuisine and has minimal table service. Of all the fast food restaurants in the Philippines, I want to eat in Happy Bee because the food is very delicious and very affordable. Their employees are well groomed and they treat you like family. The place is so clean and the chicken is the best in the whole wide world. Everyone thinks that Happy Bee is the best fast food restaurant in the Philippines. Let us check your answer. The line, best in the whole wide world, is an exaggerated language. They treat you like family is an emotional appeal. Everyone thinks that Happy Bee is the best fast food restaurant in the Philippines is an overgeneralization. The final verdict? The article is definitely biased. Congratulations! You did a great job. Keep going. Now, let us sum up what you have learned for today. Bias happens when someone has a prejudiced opinion about something. We can recognize bias by looking for indicators such as emotional appeal, overgeneralization, exaggerated language, and unbalanced information. I'm sure you learned a lot for today, but before we end our episode, let us check your answers in the questions earlier. Number 1. It is prejudice in favor of or against one thing, person, or group compared with another, usually in a way considered to be unfair. What is it? A. Bias. B. Equality. C. Fact. D. Opinion. The answer is A. Bias. Which of the following is a bias statement? A. Mrs. Reyes has taught at a school for more than 20 years. B. Mrs. Reyes is the best teacher in the entire school. C. Mrs. Reyes has 32 students in her class last year. D. Mrs. Reyes is 55 years old? The answer is B. Mrs. Reyes is the best teacher in the entire school. Number 3. One of the following sentences is biased. Which is it? A. Palawan is the most amazing place in the Philippines. B. Tubataha Reef is in the middle of the Sulu Sea. C. Palawan is rich in flora and fauna. And D. Tubataha Reef is a marine sanctuary. The answer is A. Palawan is the most amazing place in the Philippines. Number 4. It is the use of a language that is often extreme. Statements have all or nothing connotations. What indicator of bias text is it? A. Emotional appeal. B. Exaggerated language. C. Overgeneralization. D. Unbalanced information. The answer is B. Exaggerated language. Number 5. Identify what indicator of bias is shown in the lines. We all believe that technology is the key to all problems. A. Emotional appeal. B. Exaggerated language. C. Overgeneralization. D. Unbalanced information. The answer is overgeneralization, letter C. Excellent! I believe everybody got a perfect score because you have shown mastery of our today's lesson. Now, let us extend your learning through our assignment. Now it's time to extend your learning. For your assignment, check if the text is for or in favor and cross if it is against something. Write your answer on your journal. In the next episode, expect that you will be learning a lot. Once again, I am Irene Joy Piina from Puerto Princesa Dream TV. See you in the next episode for another topic to explore, discover, and conquer in English. Bye!